Hey, Batman's analyzing the new Joker toxin, so it's up to you and me to take down Poison Ivy and her plants in Burnley. I'll tell you what, I'll even lend you my nose breather against her spores. I should be immune to Ivy by now.
First Scarecrow broke out of Arkham, and now Poison... There are people inside those cocoons, metamorphing into Ivy's walking pod people. We can't let her swell her army. Break them free.
Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good, converting me into one of them.
These spores will feast!
It hissed something about converting me into one of them. Wanted to wrap me up for good.
These spores will feast!
Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
Nature. This is Ivy's world. Join us or die.
It hissed something about converting me into one of them.
Stay away from Ivy's creations.
I felt it wrapping me in a cocoon.
These spores will feast!
It hissed something about converting me into one of them. Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good. About converting me into one of them. It hissed something about converting me into one of them. Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
You'll never defeat the plants.
I think it wanted to transform me into
It hissed something about converting me into one of them.
These spores will feast! These spores will feast!
Plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
Poison Ivy. You'll never defeat the
snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
First Scarecrow broke out of Arkham, And now poison ivy's on the loose. I don't like it. While Robin investigates, I'm relying on you to handle the mess outside. After your past experiences, I'm sure you can handle it. Ivy's expanded on her usual menagerie. This time, she's created pheromone-blasting plants to lure in citizens, so her roaming Venus flytraps can devour them. Help as many people as you can.
From Ivy's creations.
Look out!
This is Ivy's world. Join us or die.
It's changing me. I can feel it. Get me out of here.
I felt it wrapping me in a cocoon.
I have leaves sprouting from my arms, calling to me. Thank goodness you broke me out of that cocoon.
Ivy, join us or be fertilizer.
It hissed something about converting me into one of them.
It felt like I was becoming one of them. I'm out of here.
I need to go shower. It hissed something about converting me into one of them.
We are one. Help. Help. Stay away from Ivy's creations.
That's changing me. I can feel it. Get me out of here. I had leaves sprouting from my arms. Thank goodness you broke me out of that cocoon. That smell. I couldn't break away. Thanks.
I think it wanted to transform me into something.
Join us or be fertilizer.
Yuck! It's changing me. Shower. I can feel it. I need to go shower. Get me out of here.
I felt it wrapping me in a cocoon. Thank goodness you showed up.
These spores will feast!
Run! Run! Get away! Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good. Those snapping plants wanted to wrap me up for good.
I'm yours to command.
It hissed something about converting me into one of them. It hissed something about converting me into one of them. I could have sworn I was growing moss. Calling to me. Here.
I think it wanted to transform me into something gross. Like
I need to go shower. Those snapping plants.
You'll never stop poison ivy.
I felt it wrapping me in a cocoon. Thank goodness you showed up. I think it wanted to transform me into something gross. Like tofu.
You'll never defeat the plants. We are one with nature.
Please, you've got to help.
This is Ivy's world. Join us or die.
Run for your lives!
Ivy. Ivy. I'm yours to command.
We are one with nature.
You've got to stop them!
Run! Run!
Hello there, mate. How have you been? All right, I'll cut the chumminess. I know we don't have much history together, but together we could make history. And speaking of history, I'm in the business of collecting things. Old things, new things, sometimes blue things, but most importantly, things with power. Ah, I got your attention. Good. Meet me at this secret location and I'll give you the details of this little arrangement.
Smells like heaven. Ivy. Ivy.
Ivy's expanded on her usual menagerie. This time, she's created pheromone-blasting plants to lure in citizens, so her roaming Venus flytraps can devour them. Help as many people as you can.
What? Where?
See the spores in the air? Any breeze will send them out to infect the entire city. Find and destroy Ivy's spore cannons before that happens. Watch out for the pod people. They have enough mind left to attack, but just barely.
Ivy's love is strength.
Ugh. I stink of bile. Was I being digested? That just ain't right.
You'll never stop poison ivy. My life belongs to poison ivy. Stay away from Ivy's creations. These spores
Enemies of Ivy, this face will be the last thing you see.
You'll never defeat the plants. Ivy's power is nature itself.
Thanks. Those things fed me to that
Join
bigger
us or
thing.
be fertilizer.
I'm gonna need therapy for a long time after this.
Drown Gotham in spore. One will fall, many will rise.
Ivy says, keep plants safe.
Oh, thank you. Ow! Look at my clothes! They're ruined! How dare they use me for...
You've got to stop them.
Ivy's love is strength.
Goodness, you
Ivy's
came. I could
power
feel myself
is
being
nature itself.
digested. Oh, so gross!
These spores will feast.
Run!
Ivy says the cannons aren't firing.
My life belongs
What?
to
What
Poison
happened?
Ivy.
I felt like I was something's dinner. I'm losing it for sure.
One will fall, many will rise. Ivy's love
Oh man,
is
I've never been
strength.
food before. I'll never look at salad the same again. Later.
You'll never stop Poison Ivy. Ivy's power is nature itself.
Thanks. Those things fed me to that bigger thing. I'm gonna need therapy for a long time after this.
Join us or be fertilizer.
Oh, the might of Ivy!
You'll never defeat the plants. My life belongs to Poison Ivy. One will fall, many will rise. This is Ivy's world. Join us or die. Ivy's power is
What
nature
happened?
itself!
I felt like I was something's dinner. I'm losing it for sure.
See the spores in the air? Any breeze will send them out to infect the entire city. Find and destroy Ivy's spore cannons before that happens. Watch out for the pod people. They have enough mind left to attack, but just barely. Don't let anything you see inside that greenhouse stop you. Knowing Poison Ivy, she's kept Robin and Harvey alive as slaves. Free them from Ivy's influence, and they can help you take her down, so she can serve her time at Arkham.
We are Poison Ivy's children.
You just saved the life of a GCPD officer. Thank you. Even a minute later, and I would have been plant food if it weren't for you. Where's that backup? Surrender now! Hey, you! Over here! I'm Bullock with a... Don't make me do this!
Plants, defeat this fool. Plants, defeat this fool.
Man down! Watch out for those seeds! Down, damn it! Take that thing down! Down, damn it! Where's that backup?
In a typically brilliant move, the GCPD went in after Ivy. Oh, those plants of hers. They're not human, if you know what I mean. I think I'm the only one who made it.
These seeds are mighty. These spores will feast!
Will spread. You just saved the life of a GCP. The plants will flourish over Gotham. Call for backup. Gotham's sewers.
You just saved the life of a GCPD officer.
Don't make me do this!
Thank you. Surrender now!
Will spread through Gotham's sewers.
Spores will feast!
Down, damn it! Surrender now! You just saved the life of a GCPD officer. I would have been plant food if it weren't for you.
Our spores will spread to all Gotham. Our spores will spread to all Gotham. Plants need our fertilizer to all Gotham.
The plants will flourish over Gotham.
These spores will feast!
Robin, my darling, take care of this pesky little worm before it takes over my beautiful garden.
Yes, Ivy.
Die.
Check it!
Robin, you're drooping. Rest while one of my guardians finishes off this nasty little potato bug. Bleed for me.
Be smarter than you look and run.
My thorns are sharp. Bleed for me. Such a disappointment. As always, my plants to the rescue. Grow, my lovely, and devour this intruder. Die. Relax, lover. Stop! Don't hurt my babies any longer. Can't you hear their pain? What have you done to this planet? What have you done to me? Take me back to Arkham. I can't endure anymore.
Was I working for Ivy? Dang, who taught you to punch? My jaw'll be sore for a week. Guess it serves me right for losing my nose breather. Alright, I gotta get Ivy back to Arkham Asylum. You, get back on the streets.
Don't let anything you see inside that greenhouse.
My babies. You love me, don't you? You do anything for me. And I would do anything for you. I'd give you the whole world if I could. But some people don't understand. Some people are jealous. Some people want to kill my babies, destroy them, make them wither and die. But don't worry, my darlings. Those killers will pay for their crimes. I promise you, Poison Ivy will be back. And I won't be alone.
One will fall, many will rise. Belongs to Poison Ivy. Stay away from Ivy's creations.
Oh man, I've never been
hates Ivy, but Grundy also loves Ivy.
You're right. My dog Scout is sane too. And he needs to be let out.
Batman's taking Ivy to Arkham. You know, he didn't even chew me out. Somehow that's worse. Anyway, thanks for your help.
We've got an emergency. The Green Lantern Corps' power rings have been acting strangely, and they've traced the problem back to Earth. Problem is, so has the Sinestro Corps. They're throwing